Hey y'all, Rogue here. Got another one for you. Am I the asshole for exposing that I've been funding my successful sister's entire life after my parents called me boring? Dad threw his napkin down and yelled, "You're the problem, not like your sister. She actually contributes." I laughed and said, "Then she can contribute to her own rent." Dad froze mid breath. Mom dropped her fork, and my sister turned white as a sheet. I should back up. I'm 28, been working full time since college graduation. My sister is 31, unemployed for the past 4 years despite having 2 degrees. She lives in a condo downtown that costs $2,400 a month. I know because I've been paying her rent. Our parents don't know this. They think she's some independent career woman because that's what she tells them. Meanwhile, she calls me every month saying, "Just until I find something, please. I promise I'll pay you back." 4 years of promises, $115,000 of my money gone. The dinner started normal enough. Sunday family meal at their place. Chicken, potatoes, the usual. Then Dad starts in about how I need to be more ambitious and take risks like your sister did moving to that expensive neighborhood. My sister's sitting there nodding along, playing with her wine glass. She's wearing this designer blouse I know for a fact costs more than my car payment. I bought her that too, by the way. Early birthday present, she said. I kept quiet. I always keep quiet. But then my dad goes, "Your sister invested in herself. That's why she's thriving. You're too cautious, too boring." Mom jumped in and said, "She's right, honey. Maybe if you took some chances instead of just sitting in that accounting job." I stated, "I like my accounting job." My sister added, "But it's not impressive. You could do so much more." That's when Dad threw his napkin. The whole speech about me being the problem, how I never contribute to family events, how I'm not living up to my potential, like the golden child over there. I lost it. Completely lost it. I said, "Cool. Then my sister can contribute to her own rent then." The room got very quiet. My dad said, "What?" Said, "I've been paying her rent for 4 years, all $115,000 of it, plus her car insurance, her phone bill, and about half her credit card debt. So maybe she can contribute that to the family event since she's so impressive." My sister's face went from white to red. "You said you wouldn't tell them." I stated, "You told me it'd only be 3 months." My mom was staring at my sister and said, "You don't have a job?" To which my sister responded, "I'm in between opportunities." My dad responded with, "For 4 years? We've been bragging to everyone that you're some hotshot marketing consultant." My sister said, "I am consulting, just the market's been tough." "What consulting?" I pulled out my phone, pulled up my bank statements, and said, "Here's February's $2,400 rent. Here's March. Here's April. Want to see January? December? Should I go back to the beginning?" Oh, that's savage. I'm loving this. My dad grabbed my phone and he started scrolling and scrolling. His face was doing this thing where it kept changing colors. "You told us you got a promotion last year," my mom whispered to my sister. My sister tried to salvage it and said, "I'm going to pay her back. It's a loan. Family helps family." "Family doesn't lie for 4 years," I said. "Family doesn't call me boring and unambitious when I'm literally funding your entire lifestyle." That's when it got messy. What do you mean that's when it got messy? It would have gotten messy at the very beginning of this. But okay, let's see. That's when it got messy. My sister started crying, but the angry kind of crying, yelling about how I'm cruel for exposing her, how I promised to keep it a secret, and how I'm ruining her life by telling the truth. I love when people say that. "You told the truth and you ruined my life." Well, if the truth is what's going to ruin your life, maybe you should have chosen different actions that would have caused that truth. Just saying. My dad asked my sister to leave. Straight up told her, "Get out of the house." She turned to my mom for support, but my mom wouldn't look at her. She just kept staring at her plate. My sister screamed, "This is bullshit," grabbed her purse, looked at me and said, "You're all bullshit. I made one mistake." I responded with $115,000 worth of mistakes, and you made them while calling me boring. She slammed the door so hard a picture fell off the wall. The rest of the dinner was awkward, to say the least. My dad kept apologizing to me. Mom kept asking why I didn't tell them sooner. I didn't have a good answer for that. Honestly, part of me thought my sister would eventually get her act together and pay me back. Another part of me just was too tired to deal with all the fallout. 2 days later, my sister sent a text message. Not an apology, but a Venmo request for $2,400 with a note that said rent is due. The fuck? I'd have responded back with 1 penny and said, then get a job. Just saying. I blocked her. Then my aunt called. Apparently, my sister told her entire side of the story, where I'm the villain who humiliated her in front of everyone and violated her privacy. Half the family is mad at me, and now they're saying I should have been more discreet, that I embarrassed her on purpose, and that family issues should stay private. I agree, family issues should stay private. So, Auntie, how did you find out about this, seeing as you weren't at that dinner? Oh, did my good-for-nothing sister who can't get a job call you and tell you? Did you tell her that family issues should be private and she shouldn't be calling you to complain? I bet not. See, it's funny how family wants to pull out little statements like, family helps family issues are private, yet the people bringing it to you are not the people that were involved. So if family issues should stay private, maybe you should tell the person who brought it to you to keep it to themselves. And when they say family should help family, well, Auntie, instead of you calling me, why aren't you helping her out? Because I find it funny that family has no problem spending other family members' money for them, but they sure as fuck don't step up to the plate themselves. Back to the story. But here's the thing. I didn't plan to say anything. I was going to keep being quiet on this one and just pay and stay boring and unambitious. They pushed me to that point. And if my sister hadn't spent 4 years lying while insulting me to my face, there wouldn't have been anything to expose. Dad's talking about changing his will. Found that out yesterday. My sister was supposed to inherit the lake house. Apparently, she's not going to be getting it anymore, which has now caused a whole new explosion of drama. Mom keeps calling, asking if I will loan my sister the money for 1 more month while she figures things out. Hell fucking no, Mom. How about you pay her $2,400 a month rent? Seeing as you guys were so excited to brag about the fact that she got to live in this very expensive neighborhood, why don't you guys pay for it then? Mom says that I'm being vindictive. Maybe I am. But I'm wondering if I should have just kept my mouth shut. Maybe I should have pulled my sister aside privately instead of blowing up at dinner. The family's split now. Cousins aren't talking to each other. My uncle sent me a long email about airing dirty laundry and how I've damaged the family unit. So I'm asking, am I the asshole? No, you're not the asshole. Your family's a bunch of assholes. Now here's the thing. The fact that your dad backed up what he was originally stating, cool beans for him, but I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on the fact that your parents are sitting there telling you how unambitious and how boring you are. What kind of parents talk to their children like that? The golden child gets built up and is apparently able to sell them 4 years worth of lies. You are the asshole for paying all her bills and not leaving her ass hanging to where she'd had to figure this out a long time ago. But in the situation of what happened at dinner, no, you're not the asshole.